Raise your hand if you binge watch Netflix. Yeah, so do I. The average user in 2015 spent 568 hours watching Netflix. An average Texan goes to school 21,730 hours from pre-K to medical school. If we were to multiply the 23 years in school by 568, we would get 13,064. 13,064 hours of watching Netflix. I thought about how I could apply my time watching Netflix to my education. Well, what if Netflix could be used as a tool in education? After watching 12 seasons of Grey's Anatomy, I came up with my answer. Some may believe that the reality between the show and the career as an actual doctor is exactly the same. I beg to differ, but it is similar. In past generations, society may have seen white, wealthy males as doctors. As time progressed, TV began to show doctors as courageous and humble heroes from all ethnic backgrounds. Today, in the 21st century, we see doctors as selfish, self-centered, and sometimes even addicts. It is funny how we see the evolution of doctors have come to this point. Grey's Anatomy began to break stereotypes. Christina Yang was an Asian cardiothoracic surgeon. Callie Torres was a Hispanic orthopedic. And Miranda Bailey was an African-American woman that became the chief of surgery, as well as she was family-oriented. Although all of this cast comes from all different cultural backgrounds, despite their religious and racial differences, they were able to work together and solve cases. That was very similar as to when I got to shadow at the Texas Children's Hospital. There were many doctors from different ethnicities. At Texas Children's, even through all the difficulties, the doctors always put the patient first. The resident was taught to do all the exercises first, as the physicians evaluated her and watched her as she worked with the patients. The physicians also asked her specific questions about each patient's illness and medical history. Like in any other place, there was drama, crushes, and disagreements. It teaches us to adapt to working with different ethnic backgrounds and how putting everyone's differences aside can help the efficiency of one's work. TV shows have broken down stereotypes, especially Grey's Anatomy, not only when it comes to ethnicities, but also about UNIS and melanoma. We admire doctors because of how long they go to school for and their dedication to their work. But we forget to remember that they are human too. What I learned from watching Netflix prepared me for what I would see in the actual world of medicine. Imagine if students used 13,064 hours of TV watching as a teaching tool. What would that do for learning in this generation? Thank you.